BWOne here at BWOne.com, and welcome to my 100th video and the first video of 2010. And this video is going to be my review of the Motorola DROID. And in this video we're going to go over such things as accessories, we're going to take a hardware tour, we're going to check out the boot time on the device, we're going to check out some basic use and some customization, we're going to check out the browser, we're going to look at some navigation, and we're going to do a whole video wrap up at the end of it. So be sure to watch the whole review, which starts right now. Okay, let's take a look at some of the accessories that come with the Motorola DROID. This will be pretty quick. First accessory, the battery, because obviously you need the batteries to actually turn on the phone, so the battery is always included in accessory, luckily. But this will give you a talk time of about 6.4 hours and about a standby time of 11.3 days. In real world usage, if you're a light to moderate user, you're probably looking at about 2 to 2.5 days before a charge. If you're a heavy user, it's going to be 1 to 1.5 days before you're going to need to charge the battery. Next here is the USB cable here. You can use this to obviously plug it into your computer to use the phone as storage. You can also charge via your PC as well. It's micro USB, as you can see. And you can also use it to plug into the wall charger right here. You just plug it right here at the bottom, and also you can plug it into the wall to get a quicker charge. And one of the coolest things that they do give you, at least, is a 16 gigabyte SD card that right built into the phone, which is pretty cool. You know, there are a lot of places don't even give you this much storage, but 16 gigabytes to start off with is really great. And that's about it for accessories, unless you're kind of into, manuals and guides and stuff like that. But that's it. No case, no headphones, no screen protector. No, none of that. Just what you see here. Oh, and a cool box, I guess. You can slide the box, flip it and do like this, I guess. And if you're into boxes, but that's about it. That's all you get for the accessories there. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take a tour of the hardware on the Motorola DROID. Okay, let's take a look at some of the hardware features of the Motorola DROID. First, let's talk about what's inside. What's inside, it packs a 550 megahertz processor and 256 megabytes of memory to run your programs. It comes with Wi-Fi, GPS, Bluetooth, and EVDO revision 8 data for your 3G on Verizon. It also comes with, obviously, Android 2.0 inside of it, but we'll get into the software features a little bit later. When you first look at it, you notice a nice, sleek, and very professional looking design. It also has a nice little bit of a sex appeal to it as well. Looks really nice. One of the first things you notice is obviously the nice big screen on it. It's a 3.7-inch screen diagonally, and it has a resolution of 480 by 854 pixels with 16.7 million colors. And if we look at the top, this is right here. This is where your earpiece is. And then we can't see it in the video, but right here above there's a light sensor that will obviously dim and change the brightness on the lighting depending on what the sensor reads. And it has two little LED indicators right here at the top that are multicolored. Down here at the bottom, you'll see you have 4 haptic feedback keys. There's also a capacitive screen as well, and you have 4 haptic keys right here. This is for back, your menu, home, and this is your search key. They all give a vibrating feedback when you touch it, which is pretty cool. It has some nice responsiveness to it, and you have to touch it a little bit differently than you would touch the screen, which is capacitive, so you don't accidentally press this by accident to do a command or something. This helps you to obviously navigate through the phone. Then right here at the bottom tip, this is where your mouthpiece is here, where you would talk through the phone. And then we'll take a look here on the side. You have your micro USB port. On the bottom, you don't have anything. On this side, you have your dedicated camera key, and you have your volume rocker here. At the top, you have your power button and your 3.5mm headphone jack. And on the back, you have this golden little bar right here. This is where your speaker's at. And you have your 5 megapixel camera with autofocus and flash. Now, I'm going to have some pictures up at BWOne.com in my review, so you get to see those pictures as well. See what high quality that they are. They're very good in outdoor settings, but indoor it's not that bad as well. So definitely check out these pictures and kind of formulate your own opinion. This also records DVD quality video as well, and I have recorded videos right on here, and I'm going to directly upload them from the phone straight to the YouTube channel at BWOne.com, so you can check those videos out unedited and see what the quality is like. And when we slide it up here, you get a nice full QWERTY keyboard, you get a nice directional pad here, and as you can see here, there's absolutely no travel on it. It's very flat, very thin. You can see there, as it's only 0.55 inches thin. It's one of the thinnest smartphones that's out there, so you can definitely tell that, and nice and flat right here. It's a little bit different, typing on the keyboard, especially coming from a Touch Pro 2. It's not as I would say it's easy to type, but it isn't difficult at the same time either. It is a pretty good keyboard. It just takes some getting used to. And we'll do a little bit of a comparison here, obviously, to the Touch Pro 2 here. As you can see, do a little bit of size comparison. They have about the same size screen. Obviously, the Droid makes the Touch Pro 2 look like, a fat mama there. As you can see, do another little size comparison there for you. And then we'll do a keyboard comparison as well. Obviously, the Touch Pro 2 has one of the best keyboards on a smartphone ever. As you heard in my review of the Touch Pro 2, as you can see there, like the keyboard's just great. Not that this keyboard isn't bad, but the keyboards are great. They're both backlit keyboards as well. The backlight's a little bit stronger than the Touch Pro 2, but the backlight is good on the Motorola Droid as well. And then this has a nice little directional pad, as this kind of has the arrows at the bottom, which I kind of like the directional pad better, obviously, on the Droid. So there's a little bit of a comparison between the two, and obviously the tilt you have, the nice, tilt up there, and it just doesn't have that feature. That would be really nice if it did have that to watch YouTube videos and stuff like that. So that's doing a quick comparison of sizes there. I'm going to compare a couple other devices here to show you kind of, some different aspects here. This is my Zune HD, this is my BWOne S9. As you can see the sizes there. And we'll do a little bit side-by-side comparison here too. As you can see. And another reason that I kind of picked these three devices here, these three devices actually use all the same screen technology that makes it scratch resistant. I mean, I've never used a case with my BWOne S9 and I have no scratches on the screen at all. Same thing with the Zune HD. I have a case for it just because, but when I didn't have a case for it, you can rock it without the case. You don't have to worry about your screen getting scratched. And I don't have a case for the Motorola Droid at all. And it's been great. I've been rolling with it for about a little less than a month now, and I've got no scratches or anything on it at all. So that's a quick tour of the hardware there, as you can see there. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to take a look into the software. The first thing we're going to do, obviously, is we're going to boot it up, show you the boot times, and we're just going to kind of dig in from there, look at what Android 2.0 offers on the Motorola Droid. Okay, the first part of this software tour we're going to do is we're obviously going to boot up the device, show you how long it takes to boot up. And definitely the Droid is no speed demon. It does take a little bit of time for it to boot up. But it is pretty cool that you do get that nice little red glowing eye that you see in the commercials. When that first booted up and I saw that, that was pretty cool. I didn't think you actually got that when you booted up the phone, but it's really cool that it's there. It just adds a nice little feature. It's a nice little add-on to the whole ambiance of the phone. And also that too. And there we go. We're booted up. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a bit of tour into the software. We're going to go on some basics and sort of how the phone actually works and stuff like that. Take a look at Android 2.0. Okay, now that we have the phone booted up, we're going to first start out with some basic features of Android 2.0 on the Motorola Droid. First thing you notice, much like on any other Android device, you have the option of multiple desktops. This gives you three to choose from. You have the main one there, the one on this side, and then one on this side too, and you can customize those any way you want to. You can see that I had a bunch of customizations, and I'll show you how to do that a little later in the video. And also on the home screen here, you have this bottom bar here, which is your full menu bar, which gives you access to all the apps and menu options right within there, and you can just tap that to slide it back down. And then here at the top is notification bar. Any notifications such as email, text messaging, news alerts, anything that you have up here that's an alert will show up right in here, and you can pick and choose which ones you want to interact with. And if you don't want to, you can just hit the clear button. There'll be a clear button right there. If there's any notification, you hit that, clears them all out. And also, it'll show right up here some little small icons. And also, sometimes with a text message here, it'll actually kind of give you a little bit of preview of what the message says inside of it. So that's pretty cool there. That's the basic sort of on the home screen there, besides your icons here at the top, your battery, 3G, your Wi-Fi, not Wi-Fi, but Wi-Fi would show up there with your 3G, your wireless, connection, your signal there. You have your phone there as well, which is pretty cool. And the next thing you want to do is we're going to hit the phone here, and you can see you have your basic dial pad. It doesn't do quick dial feature. In other words, it doesn't, like when you start dialing, it doesn't try to predict who you're trying to call. I wish they would add that here in the dial pad, because it'd be really much simpler to access contacts. But obviously in the same tab, you can get your call logs, you can get your contacts right there, and your favorites is basically the same thing as your contact list. It just shows the ones that you contact the most. And if you go into any contact here, it gives you, if you hit the little icon there, it gives you all the different ways to access that person. And the photos are synced up via Facebook, so if you have Facebook with them, it'll show the Facebook and icon, mail, messaging, their full contact, and it'll also show right up over here the latest Facebook status. So that's pretty much the phone contacts right there. It's really simple to use. Next thing, we'll take a quick look at messaging here. Messaging is all threaded, as you can see here. And if you tap on a message, it'll show all the recent messages you had with that person. And if you tap at the top at their icon, it also gives you the same access to that quick menu there. And we can just type a quick text message just to show you how the keyboard works. Like I said, it's pretty good. I do make mistakes here and there because I'm trying to get used to it. It's not as good, I'd say, as a Touch Pro 2, but it's pretty decent. There we go. Click send. Simple enough. That's messaging. Also your MMS message. I didn't show that in there, but your picture messaging MMS will also show up in there as well. So that's pretty much all the basic features there as far as phone capabilities. When we can start digging into email a little bit here as well. Obviously it supports Gmail and multiple Gmail accounts. I had email open already there. But you can see here you can scroll through your Gmail account. You can search through your Gmail account by just clicking search there. Supports labels and stuff like that. And you can go to access different labels, different accounts. And you can compose an email. You can refresh it if you don't have it on auto refresh. It's push Gmail as well, so it does push for all your Gmail accounts that you have attached to it. And if you go into an email there, obviously you can tap on the email and you can hit show picture. Shows the full picture in HTML. It's pretty cool. You have replies and forwards and reply alls and archives and delete buttons right here at the bottom. Also supports it in landscape mode too, so you can slide to the side. You can support landscape mode. Most of the apps in here do support landscape mode, which is pretty cool, except for the desktop here for obvious reasons. And we'll take a look at the calendar app too. Calendar is pretty simple. It syncs with your Google Calendar, obviously connected to your Google account, and it'll sync all your calendars within here and any other calendars that you have. If you have shared calendars and stuff like that, it'll show up in here as well. So we'll go to a particular day. It'll show all the calendars all in one thing here, and you can see pretty simple. And you can also use that in landscape mode as well. And you swipe up to go to different dates. All relatively simple stuff. You can add a new event pretty quickly just by tapping the menu button right there. All simple interactions here, as you can see. And that's pretty much it for the basics. Going back into email a little bit there, it does support multiple Gmail accounts, and it supports multiple Exchange accounts and multiple just regular, POP3 or IMAP email accounts as well too. So you get a lot of email and communication within this. It's a very communication-centric device, which is pretty cool. So next thing we're going to do, we're going to go into a little bit more of the customization. Okay, now we're going to take a quick look here into customization on the phone. That's the biggest thing about Android, is customizing the phone the way you want to. And there's so many options to choose from, even down to if we go into the settings down here. You can change your sounds and display, your notifications. Just click on that. You can change the ring volume, media volume, phone ringer, phone vibrator. You can all these different options. You can tailor it down to specific context, specific applications. It's all right there for you. And you can just change it all around the way you want to. It's really simple to do. And also you can change even the desktop wallpaper here just by going down, clicking on wallpaper. You can go through the wallpaper gallery and you can choose different ones you want to choose from. We'll just use this one right here. We'll choose this one right here. And we'll set as wallpaper. Instantly changes the wallpaper. Now that's the wallpaper for your background on your desktop there. And you can also change this desktop around too. You see I have a nice little widget there. You can add widgets, you can delete widgets. Let's say we didn't want that anymore. Let's hold it down, bring it down here to trash. You can do that to any icon that's sitting right here. Any icon, any widget, anything that's sitting on the desktop, you can drag it down right to the bottom trash to get rid of it. Let's say I want it back. Hold it down. This is where you can add to your home screen. You got a shortcut, widget, folders, or you can change the wallpapers right there. We'll just add that sports widget back. Go on widget, and you can see different widgets they have options for. And we'll click on that. And it brings back that widget there. You can also, from the menu screen, let's say I want to take the barcode scanner, you can hold that down, it'll vibrate, and you can drop it right down your desktop there. As you can see there, customization is very simple and it's very deep within this. And if there isn't something built into the phone that allows you to customize it or customize it the way you want to, you can easily go into the Android marketplace, as we have. Let's grab the Android marketplace here. Go right into the market there. And you go right into Android market here, and you can choose anything you want to. They have WordPress to go, Google's, Uno, games, stuff like that. It's all built in within there to customize the phone the way you want to. They even have different MMS applications in here as well, so you can change the way your messaging looks and all that stuff. All built. If it's not built into the phone, it's all right in the Android marketplace, which is pretty cool. So that's pretty much it for customization. I can go in depth with it, but there's a lot of things that you can do to obviously customize this phone the way you want to. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to check out some of the browser. Okay, now let's take a look at the browser that's built into Android 2.0. It's a pretty decent browser. It's not the fastest, but it does get the job done. Let's head over to the website here. It does support landscape mode, so we'll head over to CNN.com. Let's enter and show you how fast the page renders. Let's head over to the mobile page there. Let's see if we can get it to the full site. There we go. Click at the bottom, head over to the regular site. See there, renders are pretty well. We'll check it out in portrait mode there. Does render the site pretty well. Scroll back down. As you can see here, does get it off pretty well. It gets most of the elements in there. The nice thing about the built-in browser, it does, if you click on a video element, it'll play it in the built-in video player or play it in YouTube. But you can also use the Dolphin browser as well, which actually has tab browsing in it as well. This has sort of the, you can open up different windows, but that one actually, Dolphin browser actually has tab browsing, which is pretty cool. You can also try Opera Mini as well, which is a little bit faster as well. So you have a couple different browser options, but obviously as you can see here, the browser is pretty decent, it's functional, and it works pretty well. So I definitely recommend using this probably, and you can probably, if you want something a little bit faster, you can try the Dolphin browser or the Opera Mini browser, both available in the Android marketplace. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to check out the navigation and map features. And obviously with having a Google Android phone, you obviously get Google Maps, but the nice new feature that this does come with Google Navigation, you just click that car home button and the little steering wheel and brings up this menu here, this quick menu to start up a navigation. So if you hit on the navigation icon here, and actually from my location, we'll choose a random endpoint here. We'll choose a point on the map. We'll scroll up here. We'll just choose this point here, and we'll have it get driving directions. And you just click on navigate. Navigation beta shows up. And it brings up the GPS navigation so that you can see here, it tells you how many miles. Searching for GPS, I'm obviously inside a building, so yeah, it's probably not going to find a GPS signal well, but it does support turn-by-turn directions, you can see here, and it kind of brings you that traditional sort of GPS look that you would see out of, TomTom and Garmin. So that's pretty cool there, and it's all built into the phone, and it's just Google Maps in the background there. So that's pretty much navigation there. So that's all pretty much the basic features of Google Android that I showed you there. It obviously gets more deep and more customized as you go along, especially when you're adding apps and stuff like that. So we'll definitely want to check that out. So let's wrap this whole video up and let's wrap this review up. Okay, now you see my full review of the Motorola DROID. Let me give you my final thoughts on it here. I think it's one of the best smartphones available out there right now. With Android 2.0 and all the great features that it has in that it's approved from the first revision of Android 1.5, 1.6. Check out my T-Mobile BWOne review. You can definitely see the difference between then and now. There's so many improvements, especially with the navigation. That's such a great feature to have in there. It has so many different ways to communicate on a social level, from email, text, MySpace, voice, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, so many different ways to just do it all on one device. Pretty much, it almost challenges a netbook because it pretty much gives you all that you really want in it. There's, there's blogging application that you can get for it, and it has the web browser right in there as well, so you can go right on the web and get everything that you need right in the palm of your hand. It just gives you everything and all the power right in your hand. It's weird, as a Windows Mobile fan, I wish Windows Mobile would have been by now, but hopefully they see that and then take Windows Mobile to the next level and kind of follow in that similar direction, but kind of do it their own way. But Android 2.0, I feel it's the best smartphone operating system out there right now. And if you're in the line for a new smartphone, or if you're looking to get a new smartphone, definitely consider the Motorola DROID as one to purchase. Definitely give it a thumbs up. So this is BWOne from BWOne.com, thanking you for checking out my 100th video, and all my current subscribers out there, definitely thank you for the support. And definitely, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that yellow button. Just click the yellow button, subscribe up. We'll have the latest news, reviews, and tech, videos out there for you. So make sure you subscribe up. Head over to BWOne.com where I have, a full, a little more extensive review of the Motorola DROID right over there at BWOne.com. I also have the latest, tech news and tutorials and all that stuff over there as well. Be sure to check that out. I also have some pics of the Motorola DROID. I have some pics taken with the camera and unedited. You can check them out there to see, form your own opinion on the picture quality on there. I also uploaded some videos as well directly from the DROID right on the YouTube, so check those videos out as well. And check everything else out at BWOne.com. If you want the latest news, make sure you follow us at Twitter. Twitter.com/BWOne.com. That's at BWOne, DOTCON. And also check us out on the live stream. And always remember to live your tech world high definition.